Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Riley. You may have heard of me over on Instagram as Honey Rags. If not, welcome. I'm going to take you guys thrifting with me. I'm going to do a thrift along, this is my third thrift along video in a row. So that's like a first for me. I'm going to spice things up a bit and go to 2 thrift stores instead of 1. And these thrift stores they're about 45 minutes from me, and they're like the only thrift store in the towns that they're in. So I'm very lucky in my area. I have like within 30 minutes of me, I have dozens of different like secondhand stores and thrift shops and stuff like that. I'm very lucky. But that also means that like the donations are super spread out like across multiple thrift stops. The 2 thrift stores that I'm going to today, there's like 1 Goodwill per the entire town. So those ones are like a hit or miss, but they're always more exciting for me because I don't go to them that often. So all of the inventory there is new to me usually. I'm also lucky enough in the fact that my mom is watching my kids, so I get to go thrifting kid free. I don't think I said this in the beginning, but for my new viewers, I resell on Poshmark, Etsy, and eBay. I resell anything and everything, so I'm going to take you guys through the hard goods, which is the most fun for me to film, and the clothing. So let's see what I find. Hopefully I told you guys in my intro, but I went to 2 different thrift shops. So what you're probably going to see in this video is me going through the hard goods, some clothing, probably back to the hard goods. These Goodwills are about 45 and 55 minutes away from me. So I don't frequent them too often. I wouldn't call myself a regular, but that makes it a little bit more fun because my Goodwills, I shouldn't say my Goodwills, the Goodwills around here are really good at rotating inventory every 30 days. So I haven't seen any of this stuff since the last time I visited, which was about maybe a month and a half ago. I remember when these were really popular, these little tea light candle towers. I think they have a name. I don't think that's what they're actually called. Ceramic candle towers. I remember them being really popular like 15 years ago, and you could get them at like Yankee Candle and Crate and Barrel. Now they're already outdated for some reason. I've told you guys this before, but I never really have good luck in the wallet section. I don't know why that is. This retro inspired wallet is so freaking cute, but it was just very, I hate to say it was very like cheap feeling, which is why I didn't pick it up for myself. But they only wanted like $3 for it, and now I'm mad that I didn't get it because honestly, that's right up my alley. I honestly just could kick myself for that now. I wasn't sure if this salt or this pepper shaker was Ray done or not, but I left it behind regardless. I always find these mid-century dip sets where you'd have like this shell-shaped bowl would have dip in it, and then you would have like hors d'oeuvres and all that in the plate surrounding it. For whatever reason, those were really popular in their heyday, and then I never really see them anymore. But I mean, they're still completely functional. They're just kind of, nobody buys them up anymore. I thought this was pretty cool, this Bahamas wall plate. Unfortunately, there wasn't a set of them, or else I would have probably picked it up because it had those quintessential retro colors and retro like chunky in your face colors. I always think stuff like this is cool, like these little homemade margarita glasses with tassels on the side. Those wouldn't be very functional at all because how would you even wash the ribbon? I think this was carnival glass. It just had a very, very light iridescence to it, but it wasn't anything special. A lot of people think, oh, depression glass, that has to be worth money. That's really collectible. It is very collectible, but only, certain pieces just aren't really worth buying, shipping, you know how shipping gets expensive with that heavy glassware. I rarely pick up depression glass for resale anymore. That was something that I used to pick up a lot of when I first started, and after a while I just realized I was like, for the shipping supplies and stuff I'm putting into it, it's not worth it. Yeah, this is exciting. I found 2 St. John sets. This St. John blazer with a pair of pants, and this St. John sports, what would you even call this? It's like a tank top with a jacket over it. Very classic St. John knit with that just heavy feel to it. This is my first time finding Elizabeth and James. $3.99. I don't know what I'm going to list that for yet, but you guys know I like finding brands and selling brands that I've never found before. If they're on my BOLO list, Even if I can only get like 20 bucks for them, I'll usually pick them up. I always take a look at china like this, precious china, but it's a dime a dozen. That's another thing a lot of people think is very valuable, but it's really just a hit or miss. The valuable pieces are few and far between, but I always do try to look around at the bottom. That one I didn't even bother looking at the marking because as soon as I picked it up, I was like, this isn't very old. This is well, I forgot about this already. A Fire King milk glass mixing bowl, which I actually collect for myself. I don't think you can get that much for them, maybe like 20, 25 bucks with free shipping, so nothing crazy, if that. So I actually left it behind. I was gonna add it to my collection, but some of you guys know I'm right in the middle of a move right now, and I'm like, you know what? It's not the day to bring home an entire mixing bowl for my collection that's already like stuffed to the brim. I thought this was cool. It's an old Crisco oil glass jar. I was like, oh, and then I realized it was 15 bucks, which I don't know. I don't know if they're going to get $15 for that at a Goodwill. We'll see. I mean, I guess we won't see because I'm not coming back here for a while, but I would be surprised if they got 15 for that. I always like going through the mugs. I don't have a problem selling vintage cute mugs for like 20 bucks with free shipping. And, you know, I pay 50 to 99 cents for them. So I'm still making like a $10 profit after providing the shipping because I can send it first class. I actually had a weak moment and I put these old like 1940s, 1950s gauze bandages in my cart because I collect, oh, there's my Eileen Fisher. I found 2 Eileen Fisher pieces. I found this Toad & Co. men's shirt, a Patagonia men's shirt. I've been getting a lot better at going through the men's stuff, by the way, guys. I should make an updated video on that. I found this Oakley riding shirt and I found this Burberry London shirt. I find Oakley a lot. It's really popular in Michigan and I very rarely pick it up, but I will pick up like their specialty pieces, their coats, the riding pieces. When I say riding, I mean like, you know, dirt bike, quad, that kind of stuff. When you think of like riding sports, 4-wheel drive, stuff like that. Trying to say before I had to show you guys those shirts, I kind of interrupted myself. I collect like old vanity bath products and old first aid and like medical stuff. But I have weak moments where I'll just try to, like, I'll pick up anything and I'm like, ooh, that's old, that's cool, that's first aid. But I'm like, I don't need that pack of bandages for $2, so I didn't pick it up. I did put it in my cart, but as I was checking out, I was like, you know what, I'm going to put this back. I thought this was really cool. This is a 1980s little tiny trinket dish, very tiny. You could fit a couple pairs of earrings or rings or a couple M&Ms or something in there. I actually did pick this up. So 1980s unicorn stuff sells well for me on Etsy. Probably going to list that at like $19 with free shipping. What was it, like $1.50? It'll probably cost me like $3.50 to ship, and then Etsy's fee. I'll still make like, you know, $12 profit, $11 profit, something like that. That kind of stuff is fun for me. You know, my heart will always be with vintage. So stuff like that, you're probably thinking you're only making 10 bucks, but you know, it adds up. These reminded me of Fiesta Wear salt and pepper shakers, which they actually were not Fiesta. I found Fiesta salt and pepper shakers before and those were not Fiesta, but they remind me of those. And they're mid-century, so I don't think I'll have a problem moving those salt and pepper shakers for probably like $22 with free shipping. This was really cool. I have no idea how old this was. This might not even be that old. This might be from like the 2000s, but it was a hand, what are these called? Those yarn works. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's on the tip of my tongue. I've listed those so many times. Anyway, it's a money tree. This is a cast art clown from 1995. You guys remember the 90s when clowns were like cool to put inside of your baby's nursery? Because my mom did that to me. I actually don't have a phobia with clowns, but I know a lot of people do. Anyway, I found that exact same cast art clown on eBay for $24 with free shipping, and it was not worth it for me to pick up at that price because it was heavier. It would have definitely not been able to ship first class. I thought this caught my attention. It was like, it reminds me of jadeite, just that nice mint green, but those are definitely newer, probably like Pioneer Woman or something from Walmart for all I know. This is a Fire King casserole dish. Forgot the exact name of this pattern. Obviously it's a really popular one though, just with those peaches, that fruit at the front, but I do not remember the name. It is hard to find Fire King patterns that, you know, amount to how much vintage Pyrex patterns are. that didn't really roll off the tongue right, did it? You're more likely to find a Pyrex pattern that you're going to be able to sell for like 50, 60, 70 bucks than you are a Fire King. Even though people do collect Fire King, it doesn't have that exact same level of resale that Pyrex does. So most Fire King patterns I will not pick up. I just thought this was kind of cool. They wanted $40 for it, and honestly, I do think they will get that in my area. It was a solid wood table. Nice and big. It was just really low to the ground, which was kind of odd. So this is a Patagonia dress that I picked up. I think everything in the cart at this point I did bring home with me. 100% wool Eileen Fisher coat, $7.99, which is $2 more than what I normally pay for coats. At Goodwill's near me, coats are $5.99, sometimes even less. But it was 100% wool, and it's Eileen Fisher. So I think I'll be able to get maybe $28 to $30 out of that. We'll see. We'll see how I style it, and then we'll go from there. Believe it or not, I actually didn't find that many clothes this trip. I think I found just as many hard goods as I did clothes. So this is Panhandle Slim, which if you look at the sold comps on eBay for Panhandle Slim, some of it sells for like $10 with free shipping, and obviously it's not worth picking up Panhandle Slim just for the sake of picking up Panhandle Slim. However, their specialty pieces seem to sell well. I think I'll be able to get $25 to $30 out of that piece. You guys can probably see that I just passed on that Sanctuary top, which I have to say I'm proud of myself, because Sanctuary used to be a brand that I would pick up quite a bit. And I realized about a year into reselling that I had to cut some corners. You know, I was, of course, thank goodness I was starting to make money from it, but I had to start cutting corners. Pleone is also another brand that I used to pick up that I no longer pick up anymore. That is another brand that I cut when I started cutting corners. It wasn't that the brands weren't selling, because I sold Sanctuary and Pleone. I think I sold Pleone pieces just as much as I sell, other bread and butter brand pieces that I always talk about, like Neon Buddha and Soft Surroundings. But personally, I was picking up so much stuff at one point that I was overwhelming myself. I had way too much stuff to list. I had too much inventory. It was overwhelming. And even though some of those brands were making me money, I had to really sit down and like redo my business model. And I'm like, okay, I'm overflowing with inventory. Where can I cut corners? Pleone and Sanctuary were casualties of that choice that I decided to make. I'm very, a Disney store piece. I'm very picky about the Disney store pieces that I pick up. Oh, I always find this one, Fervor, something like that. I always think it, like in my mind, I'm reading Freworm, like F-R-E worm. And I feel like, I don't know, in my head, it's something about worms in like in the brand, in the name brand. I know somebody just turned off the video after that. Anyway, what I was trying to get to with that brand, Fervor, I think it's an Anthropologie brand. I've found it like 3 times, and I'm so lazy about looking things up. I've never actually taken the time to check and make sure it is an Anthropologie brand. So I don't know. Maybe I'm going to look that up now that I actually finally decided to say something about it. I'm so lazy, I haven't even looked at the RN number. In my defense, the 3 pieces that I found from that brand were just very basic tops that weren't special anyway. So let me know down below in the comments if Furworm is actually Anthropologie or not. This is Morel. These are cute little Morel booties. Oh man, those are so cute. I thought they were 99 cents, but they were actually $3, so I did not pick them up. This I do believe is an Anthropologie brand, because I tried to quick look it up. It's called Nurture, but I ended up putting it back because, it's cute and boho, but it was just one of those things where I was like, I saw a lot of eBay comps for like 14 bucks with free shipping, and I'm like, nah. That Bowden piece I was excited about. Bowden prints and Bowden fake wrap shirts always sell for me. This is an Adriano Goldschmidt pair of pants, the Prima fit that I picked up. I picked up these cut from cloth Chrissy Flare jeans. So I don't pick up cut from cloth all the time. I find it quite a bit. Some of it is not worth reselling. However, the Chrissy Flare, I had a good feeling about. Believe it or not, I didn't even look up comps on that style. I just kind of, what's it called? Took my chances. I rolled the dice on that one. found these Prana Ombre jeans. Prana jeans always sell well for me also. I also found these, a second pair of Adriano Goldschmidt jeans, just pure denim straight. I think I actually put them back because I could not find a style name. And I do think they were a little bit older style anyway. I found this Title IX wool blend zip up. I've actually sold this exact same zip up in a different color pattern before. So I did pick that up. I think I'll be able to get like 30 to 35 out of it. I also thought this was really cute and noteworthy. This is like a chunky ceramic teapot with that really pretty navy drip glaze. I don't know much, obviously, I don't know anything about it other than it's really cute, I should say. I don't think it's really that old, maybe 90s, but I think it'll sell on Etsy because of that chunky, like, homemade style. I love these. I think they're called yarn, what is it? Hook and loop stitches, hook and loop something. They're just like carpet, but someone save me before I ruin this whole video. Are they called hook and loops? Because in my head, I always say, oh, hook and loop. Either way, I can't resell those things. I used to pick them up and I stopped because it was hard to sell them. I think they were like really popular in the 70s. I thought this was cool. That was a little, what do I even call that? Just a vase. This is Icebreaker. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. Okay, Icebreaker is a really good brand to pick up, guys. That's an easy $70 to $100 jacket. It's like a merino wool filled jacket or something like that. The Territory Ahead sweater. I do think that is a little bit of an older label, but when it's sweaters, it doesn't really matter. Well, it depends on the brand, I guess. Mini Tonkas and Allegrias, right? Patagonia. I have these exact same slippers. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching my thrift with me. I mean, I found St. John, so that's exciting. I was not expecting to find St. John. There's like only a couple of areas that I've ever found St. John before, and this just was not the area that I was expecting to find it at. Hopefully I do my voiceover good. I'm sorry. Like I've said, this is probably my 5th or 6th thrift with me video ever. I'm just starting to make them more often now because I realize they're actually pretty popular with you guys, which I've always wanted to make thrift with me's, but I didn't realize like that people actually wanted to watch these types of videos. So, I'm still a little bit shaky with the camera, which drives me nuts. But hopefully I'm going to get one of those like camera stabilizers. I hope you guys enjoyed my thrift with me. If you've made it this far, give this video a like, a thumbs up, whatever. It helps with the algorithm. And I'm going to leave a link down below in the description to my Instagram, which is honey.rags. And I'm also going to leave a link down below in the description to my website, honeyragsco.com. Still under construction. I've been saying that for a year, and I know some of you guys are like, why even promote your website? It's been under construction for a year. And I'm gonna get to the point where just watch, okay? So I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Happy thrifting, happy selling, and stay safe.